Hello, Sophia here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to make a card, and I got the inspiration from a rug that I saw on Wayfair. And actually I have a couple of rugs and I was trying to decide which one. So right now it's this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mimic the design of this rug onto a card. And I have the cream, I have the teal, but I don't really have this color gray. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to opt in for some craft because, I mean, craft and teal go together very well. Craft and most colors go together very well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to use some repositionable tape because I want to glue these panels together, or tack them together, not glue them, so they stay together when I'm cutting. So I'm just going to draw the pattern on the front here, and then I'm going to cut it out of all three. Now you'll probably get, of course, 3 cards out of it. And let's try this. Okay, let me see. I got a mark on my card here, so that's okay. Let me just wipe this off. There we go. And I'm not worried about, I'm going to draw it on with pencil. I'm not worried about it. I'll do it fairly light and I can erase it after. All right, let's go. Now this doesn't have to be exact by any means. Just wing it. I mean, you could change it too while you're doing it, which I probably will, because I think I'm doing it a little bit different now. It's a little bigger one, I think. All right. These are really cool. I'm not going to get as many on here because I'm making it so big. That's okay. And I will like kind of do it a little better there. And then this one comes from way up here. Wow. Kind of goes in and down. Kind of too small there. I'm just going to change that out. Went too fast there and I really don't like how that. And plus I notice that I am doing it a little harder than I like. So let me just get my eraser here. The thing is, once you cut this out, we're just going to cut right on the line. So most of the line's going to be gone anyways. So I'm not worried. Not worried. All right. Although maybe I should be. Okay, let's try this one again. And it comes out fairly big at the top. Okay. All right. It starts like way over here, but I'm just going to try it and see what happens. Out and down. And then I have a gray one here. And then we have the white again. Now that looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? But let's cut it out and see what it looks like. It's all trial and error at this point. Now, I just bought myself a new pair of scissors from scrapbook.com. And these ones are made by scrapbook.com. And they're those spring-loaded scissors. So you can lock them into place like this so they don't open. And they are phenomenal. I have never tried them. When I got them out of the package, I snipped a couple things real quick, but I never really cut anything. So let's just cut this and see what happens. Oh my goodness, so nice and easy on the fingers, that's for sure. All right, I'm just going to cut this and I will be right back. Okay, so all of my pieces are now cut. I know they look kind of funny. So let's kind of assemble the card now. So let me just grab a card panel. Okay, so my panel is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All 3 panels here that I cut were also 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Now I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I'm sorry it's so big. I printed it from my iPad and it doesn't give me the option to scale it smaller. I'll know for next time. I'll just use my computer instead. So anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to try and follow. I'm going to try and keep it on the screen here so you can see. We're just going to follow the same pattern that's down here. Okay, so for the first one, I'm just going to take the white off. The second one, I need the tan. I'm just going to try and keep them all together here because we can make 2 more cards out of these. And then we have the teal. And then we're back to white again. Okay. Move them this way or I'm going to be like so crooked off my mat here. Okay. And after the white, we have teal again. It's kind of different, but that's all right. And then we have the tan. I want to say gray because it shows gray. And then we have a white. And then we have the teal. Okay, so these 2 left. All right, so I'm just going to move this paper away now because we do have the pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing them down. Now, one thing you notice on here, they each have, on each side, they have a flat end. So it should be very easy to line it up on our panel here. So I'm just going to move it down. Keep it in view though. And I'm just going to glue them all on. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now, it does have some little jagged edges and stuff, and that's fine, not a big deal. But if you look at this paper, it's a rug, obviously, so it does have a lot of texture in it, right? So I'm going to add some texture to this with an embossing folder, and I'm going to use this one called Swirls, and it's by Crafts 2. I don't even know where I got these, many years ago. So I am going to pop it in. Now, it's not going to emboss the whole thing, and I'll have to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of line it up right here with the edges so that all of these edges and the top gets embossed. And then we can trim off the other part that doesn't get embossed. I just want to make sure I line it up well, because once I cut it off, it's probably going to end up looking crooked. So what I'm doing is I'm just lining them up to, I'm lining them up to the little, you see that? It's hard to see. I'm lining them up to the little swirls. So just so I can get them all in. Now, this looks good. Now we are going to have to cut some off, which is fine. All right, and I'll be back. And here we are. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. And I like how whenever you emboss, it just pushes all those pieces of papers together. So now I just need to trim this off here. Just get my trimmer out. Okay, so I'm going to need, this goes pretty much to the end, so we'll do the same on this side. All right, so that's trimmed. That looks really cool. Now, but if I put it on a card base, I'm going to have to trim some more, especially the bottom. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to want, how much do I need to trim off here? About a 1/4 inch. Okay, so let's take a 1/4 inch off here, off the bottom. This looks really pretty. It looks so pretty, doesn't it look pretty? I don't have my overhead lights on, or my side lights. I'm very sorry. Now, I'm not really liking this on the white because of the off-white. So I'm not sure what color to use on there. So give me a sec. I'll be back. Okay, so my card panel here, I cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I couldn't decide on a panel. Of course, my mats here, I cut the centers out of them to use later. I tried putting it just straight on the teal, but it seemed to because it's like teal on teal, to me it just doesn't seem right. Like the tan and the cream color kind of stand out more. So I thought if I layer it on, now this is a little darker than a cream. It's kind of a little bit yellowy. And I didn't want it the cream color because again, then you don't want anything that really matches. So I thought if I did it this way, then all the colors still pop and I still get that little bit of teal around the outside as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this down. Okay, and now this one. Had to look at the picture to see which way it was. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. Whoops. Be careful. Oh, silly woman, silly woman. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm awake now. Let's just do this again. Oh, the things we do, we do. All right, you guys had a good laugh. That's good. All right, put my card panel right up against the fold of my card and lay it down. All right, just gonna grab a piece of cardstock here. All right, so now that is looking really sweet already. Does it look like the inspiration card? Okay, time to embellish it. Okay, so what I've done now is I've stamped out way to go. I want to try and start doing some more inspirational cards. And the way to go is from this stamp set by Ranger. It's called Letter It Clear Stamps, and it's called Celebration. And it's the way to go from here. And for the oval shape and the vellum oval shape, what I did was I have this set from Spellbinders and it's called Beaded Ovals. Now you notice they're not like the infinity dies. The infinity dies are all so close together. These are spaced out more. So what I did, I used this one here to cut out the vellum and it looks so cute. Little holes in it. And then I couldn't use this one here because this one was like so small. I mean, it goes with that, but it doesn't go with my stamps. So then what I did was I took out my infinity dies and I found one closer to the center here that actually would fit inside this. So that worked out really well. So let's just glue that down. Oh, and I use for the ink, I use my Uncharted Mariner. Uncharted Mariner, such a pretty color. Oh, look at this. I just love it. It's like a beautiful teal color. Okay, so let's just glue down our little sentiment here. I have my glue sitting open for a little while. I didn't want to cooperate. Okay, now I'm going to put that down as even as I can because it doesn't fit exactly inside there. So as long as I have those little holes showing, that's fine. Now I want to pop this up a little bit just to give it a little bit of dimension. And where are my dimensional things? Here they are. Okay, so let's flip this over. Now, whenever you're working with vellum, you want to make sure you want to use your adhesive inside here where this paper is, because if you use it outside here, you will actually see it on the side that you see, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's just peel one of these off and spin it around. Now I'm going to stay inside here and I'm going to take the outside layer of paper off as well. That way I can form this foam adhesive around without it showing through the vellum. And we're just going to go down like this and keep going in a circle. Or an oval, I mean, not a circle. Boy, they stick really fast, these adhesives. Okay, so we can't see any through. Now let's put this, should I put it down here or right in the middle? Well, it could go anywhere, couldn't it? Let's just put it right in the middle here. I think that's the middle. It's hard to tell. Okay, approximately. All right. And there we have it. How cute is that? So cute. And you still get to see the colors through the vellum. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time watching. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye bye for now.